Hello everyone, I am Monalisha Padi. I am a legal intern at Lexis and Company and I am a third year student of Bharati Vidyapit Nolo College Pune. And today's topic is CJI. The petition by senior advocate Shanti Bhusan challenging the convention of CJI as master of roasted contending that concentration of unbridled power on a single person is anathema to democracy. Though the petition conceded that the CJI was the master of a roaster, as settled by convention, it sought reforms by giving the powers of determination of roaster to the collegium instead of CJI alone. The pivotal argument of the petitioner was that Chief Justice of India was interpreted to mean the collegium in the second judge's cases. The Supreme Court refused to declare that the function of allocating cases and assigning benches should be exercised by the collegium of five senior judge instead of the Chief Justice of India. Justice Sikri expressly acknowledged that the Constitution is silent on the role of Chief Justice as the master of roster. However, it was added that the role was based upon healthy practice and sound conventions, which has been developed over a period of time and stands engrafted in the Supreme Court rules. The argument of Shanti Bhushan was not accepted, holding that second judge's case was rendered in the context of power exercised by CJI under Article 124 for the appointment of judges. It was held that the power to allocate business were altogether different as it is an administrative function flowing from Article 145 of the Constitution. This kind of system, which is devised for the appointment of judges, cannot be replicated when it comes to the role of Chief Justice as Master of Roster. You have to keep in mind that the Chief Justice at the head of the Supreme Court of India and Chief Justice of High Court have to perform many other functions on the administrative side in their capacities as Chief Justices. Framing of the roster and constituting the benches is among them. In case the expression Chief Justice is to be interpreted as collegium, it would be difficult to have smooth day to function of the Supreme Court or that matter the High Court. The Constitution Bench a decision in campaign for judicial accountability and reforms versus account of Union of India, and another was followed by the bench. The CJR judgment has affirmed powers of CJI as the master of the roster. In CJAR, the Constitution Bench applied the decision in state of Rajasthan versus Prakash Chand, which was rendered in the context of powers of of the Chief Justice of High Court. CJIR said that some same principle was applicable to the Supreme Court. The bench also extensively relied upon the decision in Ashok Pandey case. Ashok Pandey's PIL, among other things, had sought a declaration that allocation of business should be done by a collegium of three senior judges. The CJI-led bench of three judges refused the prayers on two counts. Firstly, it was held that, as per Supreme Court rules, assignment of cases has to be done by CJI. The Supreme Court rules are framed by the Supreme Court in exercise of power under Article 145 of the Constitution. A direction cannot be issued to a rule-making authority to frame rules in a particular manner. Secondly, it reaffirmed the principle that CJI was an institution in himself and his administrative power to allocate cases cannot be delegated to collegium. Referring to state of UP and others versus Neeraj Chaubey and others, it was observed that in event of the distribution is not done by Chief Justice of India, it may generate internal strife on account of hankering for a particular jurisdiction or a particular case. If the judges were free to choose their jurisdiction or any choice was given to them to do whatever they may like to hear and decide, the machinery of the court would collapse and the judicial work of the court would cease by generation of internal strife on account of hankering for a particular jurisdiction or a particular case. When it comes to assigning the case to a particular bench, it was to be undertaken by the Chief Justice on daily basis in contrast with the meeting of collegium for the purpose of appointment of judges, which is infrequent. This meeting of collegium for the purpose of assigning the cases to a particular bench on daily basis is clearly impracticable. It was stated that the Chief Justice of India was first among the equals when it comes to his judicial function, implying that his opinion does not carry any any added weightage over his colleagues. Also, when a case is allotted to a bench, that bench will have complete dominion over the case without having to act as per the direction of any external judges. Further, Chief Justice of India carries the leadership of the court, acting as the spokespersons and the representative of the judiciary in its dealing with executive, government, and community for this purpose. The Chief Justice has a general responsibility to ensure that the court promotes change and reform as appropriate. The judicial reform, which is continuing process in order to ensure that real access to justice also becomes a moral responsibility of the Chief Justice. Thank you. That's all for the topic. Please like and comment on the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.